I have one last real quick video for you fellow plebs out there. I found an article here real quick. It says, or it's about unfriendly countries must buy Russian oil and gas in rubles. I believe this is a ploy by Putin to try and boost the Russian economy. I imagine by us being forced to pay in a ruble would help increase their economy a little bit, get the flow of the ruble going somewhat back into their probably their citizens' hands. I don't know exactly. I'm not an economy major, so I don't know exactly the ins and outs of how it would help, but I can definitely kind of forecast and see vaguely kind of how it would help in a way. So we'll go ahead and jump in the article here real quick just to see what it says about us being forced to buy the ruble. This kind of goes back to us in the Keystone Pipeline, though, and being energy independent. If we were once again had our own oil, or at least buying oil from our allies closer to home, like Canada per se, we definitely would not be in a situation like we currently are with this administration we have in office. So we'll go ahead and jump into the article here. It's by the New York Times. Just as Putin says, unfriendly countries must buy Russian oil and gas in rubles. Economic sanctions imposed by the United States, Europe, and their allies have shook the Russian economy and caused the value of the ruble to plunge. On Wednesday, President Vladimir Putin of Russia came up with a way to get his opponents to help prop up his currency by demanding that unfriendly countries use rubles to buy the Russian oil and gas that is still flowing. I have made a decision to implement in the shortest possible time a set of measures to switch payments for our natural gas supplied to the so-called unfriendly countries to Russian rubles, Mr. Putin said on Wednesday. So yes, this would go for his oil and his gas that Biden actually pushed for. Trump kind of took that away from them, by trying to use their own oil over here and using our allies in the America's oil. Sanctions aimed at the Russian central bank effectively froze hundreds of billions of dollars of assets. The actions immediately drove down the value of the ruble as people frantically rushed to turn the rubles into a more stable currency like the dollar or the euro. Okay, so that would make sense. So people were actually running to the bank, taking the rubles out and changing it to a different currency. The central bank took several steps to support the currency, including doubling interest rates to 20% as a way to entice people to keep the rubles in the bank. That freeze, Mr. Putin said, was evidence that the dollar and euro compromised themselves and were unreliable. Klaus Vestesen, chief Eurozone economist at Pantheon Macroeconomics, said the actions means that every time a Western country buys a barrel of oil, it would be propping up his domestic currency. If you're invoiced in rubles, you've got to go out and buy rubles, he said. I don't know if there is workaround. So yeah, this just goes on to show that we're gonna have to get away from the Russian oil and gas. But like I said in an earlier video, I think it was OPEC's not answering the phone. Nobody's really taking Biden serious in this at all. So we're kind of out on our own. And I've even heard that the oil companies really don't want to, even if Biden did somehow agree to open up the Keystone pipeline again, that the oil companies really aren't even back behind helping them out with that, that they're going to wait until the Republicans get back into office, is what I was told, until they get interest into the Keystone again. So we're just going to have to see how this goes. Could be a pretty bumpy next couple of years as long as Biden and this administration is in office, unless something happens beforehand. We'll just kind of have to see hear what happens on the channel. I think that'll be about it for the video here. If you guys did make it this far, please consider becoming a lifetime pleb here at A Pleb's View. And hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. Right now I'm just trying to get this channel up to 1,000 subscribers. So if you can become my 5th subscriber, I would greatly appreciate that. And until my next video, I think I might throw one on tonight after work, possibly before bed, depending on what I find for news. I don't know if it would be sports or news, but we'll see. You guys all have a great day, though. I'll catch you on the next video.